I had to swing by Starbucks to get a bagel because my girl burnt my bagel. Man, how you gonna burn a bagel? That's the easiest thing to cook, cuz.
Knew what's concern when I finally got that bag. Knew what's concern one day I was gonna get mine. If someone tries to take mine, I'm reaching for my waistline. I was never scared when I jumped up off that porch. I was never scared when they tried to kick my door. And I swear this shit's so bogus, it's so bogus. Man, I really lost it, feel so damn exhausted. Looking for a way out, it kinda makes me nauseous. It used to make me heartless, walking through the darkness. You open once I draw it, pay niggas like I'm artist. I've been through it all, it turned me to a boss. Did it with no help at all, had to carry my cross. I do not do no talk, I get that from my pops. I'm a product of the block, get that drip shit from my walk. Fuck all of that gossip, you bitches need to stop it. You mad because I'm saucing, it's not I had to drop it. You know how I'm rocking, you know how I'm rocking, you know how I'm rocking. Had no option, the coupe look retarded. She tripping off this hard. They ain't never been a homie. Talking cheap, I can only judge what you showing me. I can never trust a pussy nigga with no loyalty. How I'm supposed to know that you want us that pole on me? Once I get this money, you might fold on me. Make sure that you was eating and you told on me. Now I'm in the Range Rover with the nosebleed seats. I was in the rain, you bitches ain't noticed me. I was feeling pain, pop this perk to eat my mind, but it don't feel the same. Free my nigga out them cages, shackled in the chains. I'ma make it out the hood, I put that on the game. For this chain around my neck, I pop a nigga in the brain. She a eater, pass it to the bros, cause nigga I don't need her. I'm a hot nigga, I think that I got a fever. I don't box nigga, that's why I keep a heater.
Alright, if y'all been wondering why I haven't been doing much carpet cleaning and working at O'Reilly, did my last kind of partnership with somebody in business, and yeah, I just felt like I was doing almost all the small important things that nobody really notices. And here's an example. So, lack of maintenance of the machines. My brother had this truck mount. He bought it him and my dad, I think, went half at first, or we're supposed to go half, but my dad never sent his half. So it's basically my brother's. But basically, he let the engine on this thing blow up. So engine is toast, not worth replacing. And that's annoying. So we're basically forced to use these portables now. And look what he's doing with this thing. So I'm gonna go help someone clean their carpet today that I know, a family friend. And I used this machine, say 2-3 months ago, and I told him, hey bro, you can't keep using this like this, bro. You're gonna cause a fire. Like, this is melted together, melted. Like, you cannot separate those even if you wanted to. And look how easy it is, because there's another machine right there that I'm about to take the part off of. Look how easy this is, but it's been about, like I said, 2 months since I used this machine last, and he said, I've been so busy I can't do it. I'm like, this is why it was just always half-assed. I gave him this machine and a bunch of other equipment, like $4,000 worth of equipment, and he just like let it sit because the pump out needed to be replaced, and he didn't use it. He'd rather just use a Bissell that you could rent from Lowe's. And he had this just sitting under a bunch of stuff in his car. Look how easy this is, guys. There's literally no excuse. So here's the fucked up one. Disconnect it from there, and then grab the new one and put it in. So ridiculous. And look, so this cord is actually connected in there, so it's like one of those pinch things. You'd have to pinch into that. So this is the cord, and it's pinched in with 3 other cords. So it could get a little complicated. And here's the other part of the cord, this white one, and it's just pinched in with another cord. And then there's a green ground cable back there that's grounded too. And I know a lot of you may be like, oh, that looks not very easy like you're saying. Oh, really? How about this? The other machine has the freaking button. So what do? Look at this. This is no freaking joke, bro. This is so comedy. Look at this. You literally just, I'm gonna try to get this on film, but I probably can't. Look at that. It's fucking ridiculous, bro. All right, here's the new one. Here's the old one. It's not rocket science, dude. Now, what I am gonna tell him to do though is, I mean, this one's not perfect either. You can see the burnt in there too. But at least, bro, this is like out of pocket, bro. Like this is melted together. Burnt and melted together. Like, I swear to God. Look how hard I'm about to pull this shit. He's just gonna keep using it to the day so I can start a fire. Ugh, ridiculous, guys. More effort, especially if you're gonna own a business. And look, bro is double risking it, missing his ground on his extension cable, and it looks like it's kind of melting a little bit on those. It's like, dude, what are you doing, bro? You're gonna cause a fire, bro. What the fuck? So that's basically useless. See about his other cord. I mean, everything's not too out of organized, though. I'll give him that. It's pretty organized in his van. That's the one thing I can say. Let's see. All right, thank God. He only has one with a ground. The other one's missing a ground too. He has 3 cords. 2 out of the 3 are missing grounds. All right, moment of truth. Looks good. Vacuum motors definitely need to be replaced because he probably wasn't using the filters I bought for him that he didn't want to go half on. Okay, it works. Ridiculous. And just like I thought, full bag of filters not being used. Found a cord with a ground inside the garage, and we all decent now. Stop complaining, Matt. And then on top of this, that little piece was leaking water like crazy. And I told him about it, and he still ain't fixed it. He just dripping water everywhere. Ridiculous, ridiculous. And of course, the carpet dryer that I bought for $100 and semi dollars, I think it was almost 130, is not in the van, even though his vacuum's broken. Even though I bought it 100% and didn't even ask for him to go in on it. So I see oil there. Let's see if the van's bone dry. This is the ultimate test. Is he a complete bomba clock? Okay, so there was some on it while I did a cold check. Let's check it out when it's hot. This is why I'm hot. We gotta warm it up, like say, I don't know, a few minutes. Get it up to operating temperature. See, right now it's cold. Once it gets in that normal range, we could turn it off. Check again after like 3-4 minutes of it sitting. 10 minutes later, lo and behold, nice and low. Needs a quart. Because right under that little hatch, it actually says add 1 quart. I mean, at least I could say bro wasn't bone dry. Transmax, this ain't freaking engine. It's not motor oil. Alright. Well, just gonna have to let him know he needs some. I checked the coolant. Coolant's good. Brake fluid's good. Transmission fluid, ain't nobody got time for that. But I checked it last time I drove it, and I think he said I think it was good. Shout out Lululemon. They got me some new joggers. It was almost a whole year, and basically I brought it in to return it because they shrunk so badly, and they said like they couldn't do it because it wasn't connected to my profile, but typically they would have been able to just replace them. And I was like, oh, bummer. So then I left, and then I went to another Lululemon to buy a shirt, and then I told them about it, and they're like, they should have been able to replace it because there's a date when it was made on the inside of the pocket. I was like, really? So then I brought it back, and then they replaced them this time. Just know, they don't tell you this. All your Lululemon products have a year warranty. No matter what it is, if it starts getting those little fuzz balls on them, any like crazy shrinkage, they'll replace it within a year. But the catch is, they don't tell you this. You gotta have it purchased on your account. So just keep that in mind. But I just saw this store open. They cut the ribbon and stuff. We have Fashion Valley Mall. Victoria's Secret. But yeah, I'm not going in there, but for you ladies, just know it's open. I guess they're making another Lululemon over there. Damn. Just got done talking with Nana, and you know, we were talking about how she's the last of her siblings now, out of 4. And basically, I asked her, I'm like, well, you're still kicking. What throughout your life have you been taking any prescriptions? Like, have you been, you know, a lot of people in the elder age, they get used to taking prescriptions and stuff. And she said, nope. Yep, nope. The only time I've been on like a prescription was for my diabetes, and I kicked those to the curb 2 years ago because it took my son out, and I told myself I'm not going to take that crap no more. And basically she stopped taking them 2 years ago and hasn't felt any different. And then she went to the doctor, and then she told the doctor that she's not taking it anymore. And she's like, really? Like, what do you mean you're not taking them? She's like, I'm not taking that crap no more. And she's like, do you feel any different? Like, and she's like, no, but I don't feel any different. And then she's like, well, I guess if you're not feeling any different, then don't take them, I guess. I mean, that just shows like it's all a mind game, low key. Like, I remember I was supposed to be taking pills and stuff, and I'm like, nah, I'm good. I kicked it to the curb. I don't need those. And I basically did a lot of inner work on myself, so I don't need to be taking pills. And I was just telling her, I'm like, hey, you should see how you are. Like, you're walking around doing all this stuff, and you're 86 years old, 87, I think, what she said. And you're just like looking in way better shape. And you're like, you got a few years on my Nana. Yet the difference is my Nana's bedridden. She's like in a bed, and I don't know, she could sit in a chair most likely, but her bed is the type of bed that lifts up into a chair. So, you know, like, you know, the ones at the hospital, right? But basically I was like, yeah, she's been on pills since I was a little kid. And yeah, I mean, I guess that's the biggest difference maker right there. And she was like, yeah, I mean, you should have seen this person called Angie. Basically, they told her she had a chemical imbalance or whatever, and they were giving her some pills. And then, you know, she had some other pills as well for like something else, for seizures. They were giving her pills for seizures, and those pills didn't even collaborate well. And then she ended up croaking and dying. And people going down bad at an early age. And basically, like, yeah, I mean, yet alone my Nana. Let's talk about my aunt. She's a little older than my dad, and she has a disabled placard, and she's like perfectly fine. Like, she's able to walk around, do everything, yet she has a disabled person's placard, and she goes to the hospital almost every freaking week to get freaking pills, and has a whole freaking week's worth of pills to take lined up every day. And I'm just like, look, she's always depressed regardless of no matter how many pills she takes. And it's just like, how are you even close to like disabled when you're like my dad's age, and you got people like who are 86, 87 years old and just don't need none of that and able to do all these things at such a way older age. It's just, pharmaceutical industry is dark. If they don't have people sick, they don't make money. So the goal is to make people sick so that the doctors freaking prescribe the pills, and then they all make money. It's just dark industry. All right, chat. This is my first time fishing at Lake Jennings. They stocked this week, and they said they've seen them swimming around, but not much luck though. So we'll see how this goes. I haven't seen one yet, but let's hope we get a trout finally. Using like a rainbow trout, single hook Panther Martin, 3-pound leader. So far, so skunked. See all that green algae in there? Keeps getting on my hook. And then I haven't seen not one trout swim yet. So far, so skunked. I'm probably gonna switch to lure right now. I think I'm giving up on fishing for trout, bro. Like, I've been to too many places and tried too many different things and spent too much money on different lines and different lures, and I'm just like, what's all the hype about? Little ass fish. Could catch a bass like nothing, but it's like trout, man, wasting too much money on them little things. Sheesh. hot as fuck out here. I haven't seen not one fish. That's the thing about trout fishing, is you gotta use some light little BS, or you gotta just throw power dough, and then you can't even cast that far. So if you can't see them, then most likely you ain't finna be catching shit. But it is what it is. I think I might head home. I've only been here for like an hour. We'll see. Probably just about to hit another spot. For a lake that is only open on the weekends and just stocked on a weekday, that was really sad. Really sad. Because I've been to a few lakes where, you know, you don't see a million trout swimming around, but at least you can see them, bro. Like, I haven't seen shit, not even a bass. Thought I hit another spot, but that was pretty sad because that was what the guy recommended at the tackle shop. So we'll see if it's any different. I heard people talking about how it's better where I'm at because it's more clear, blah blah blah. But it's like, okay, it's clear as fuck. Where the fish? Where the fish at? All right, guys, whatever. I'm gonna stop complaining. I've been complaining since this morning. That could be kind of annoying, right? I don't really care. That spot was booty too. And basically, like, if you guys don't know, I don't handle skunks very well. I get pretty depressed. I know I caught a fish last time, but it wasn't even the fish that I wanted. It bit the trout lure, and I was for certain I had a trout, and it was a bass. I was like, yeah, I didn't get skunked, but it wasn't my target fish. I was like, finally. Man, it freaking wasn't even what I was trying to catch. I'm gonna hit one more spot, see what it's all about. There are a good amount of people. Like, if I'm not gonna catch them, guys, like, at least let me see them. I didn't buy these polarized glasses just to get to lakes multiple times. Even Lake Murray, I didn't see shit with my glasses. I'm just like, man, 30 bucks on nothing. It's like, someone's like, oh, get some polarized so you can see the trout better, so you can sight fish. And I'm like, okay, whatever. I ain't seeing shit though, still. Bullshit. See, no one's actually really even trout fishing here. They're all got their poles just sat up and waiting for a fish to come by, but that is not how it should be, bro. Like at Lake Poway, bro, everyone's manning their pole, bro. This is just a sign that I'm not even gonna waste my time here, because it's like, when you see multiple poles just sat up, that just means that people got freaking tired of manning their pole because they ain't seen shit. I'm gonna freaking scope the place real quick, see if I see anything, and if I don't see shit, I'll just confirm my theory. Lake Jennings is beautiful, though, I'll tell you that. Hey guys, so this guy was so nice to give me his spot, but now I can finally sight fish. I'm seeing tons in this little area right here. I'm trying to get one on camera, but I don't think it's gonna pick it up. I see some people do this. No, that ain't gonna work. Damn, I thought these were flies. They're all bees. My spot might be ruined, guys. For example, there we go. We can see some. Literally, my first cast after that video, my freaking pole tip flew in the water and scared them all. What is my luck, guys? Bullshit, dude. You guys, first trout ever caught, guys. Off the mini jig, grasshopper green. I got literally 3 back-to-back bites. Mini jig is the way to go for sure. Grasshopper green. 0.6 pounds. Let's go, almost a pound. 12 inches, boys. A foot. Got me some power dough up right now. Got the jingle, jiggle, jiggle on there, the jingle, jingle. But I haven't really seen any fish since that last catch. I think the school left the area. I ain't even gonna complain if I don't catch anything else, because I'm probably about to dip out anytime now. Let me measure my fish. All right, you guys, so I'm seeing lots of bees. So I'm gonna try my bumblebee lure. Panther Martin. You guys, mission accomplished. That's all we need for today. 4-pound Seagar and Vizex. That's a good one for in store. Man, East County Bait and Tackle. We got some good line choices here. I ain't gonna lie, these look vicious. Highly recommend this tackle shop. It's really freaking dope. I've been to tons of tackle shops, guys. This one really stood out to me. So I got a new, I feel bad because someone spotted me with theirs, but it was kind of ratchet looking. So I got a new fish line thing. Got a fillet knife with a case. Almost look like Daiwa. And got some size 18 treble hooks. The 16s were cool, but they didn't float very well. They floated, but they didn't float very well. 1/8 ounce egg sinkers for my you know, power dough. But I went to this other shop too and got these Gamakatsu swivels. They didn't have these brands here. They had very similar Gamakatsu. I had to buy these because the previous ones I bought had a key ring style ring on it, so the line could easily just come off the key ring. If that makes sense. But I went to this one first, called Angler's Arsenal, and I did not like it compared to this place, but they did give me a sticker, and that's just pretty dope. Yep, I think that's like the last bag I'm dropping on fishing though. That was 42 bucks. Basically, the only thing I was really missing was a fillet knife, so I got that. That was the most expensive part of that purchase. All the other things, it is little hooks and weights, and that stuff doesn't bother me. But yeah, guys, one thing I can say is those little trout, they little feisty little fuckers. They don't put up a big fight, like a big fight once you start reeling them in, but when they bite, you feel them bite, bro. It's always when you're like about to give up, when you finally get success, bro, because I swear I was about to head out. Y'all heard me. But hey, bro, when you're targeting a fish and your target fish ain't biting, that shit gets to you, bro. So I want y'all to know, if you guys ever see somebody like bringing in trout back to back, you know, give them their respect, bro, because that shit ain't easy, no cap. If you know, you know. But we got more than one bite though, so I almost got more than one, but you know, one really committed, real good, little feisty little guy. And now the next goal is to just try to get on some lightning. I want to get a lightning. I think you got to go to either Santee Lakes or Lake Dixon for some lightning. And basically, so you guys know, that place right there, the East County Bait and Tackle, they sell live minnows. It's about 50 bucks to get going if you want to do live bait. Man, throw a minnow on a bobber, guys, it's game over, trust me. Those little minnows, man, with little, what do they call those little hooks? Mosquito hooks, probably like a size 8 on a bobber, man. It'll be like back to back. They love them. Live bait's irresistible, dude. So just know that. And yeah, yes, excuse my rambling. We're gonna do catch and cook tonight. I got some fillets in the freezer already, and now I got enough sauce to kind of, you know, knock them dead with some fish tacos. So let's do it. Beautiful mountain range in Ramona. Check out the sky and the mountains, baby. All right, chat, we about to get a little catch and cook going on here. This is my first time filleting a fish with a legitimate fillet knife, so wish me luck. I think it's gonna be night and day, honestly. Night and day difference, I'm pretty sure. If I had scissors, this would be like 10 times easier. But that's all we need right now. I'll take out the case later. All right, guys. Fish in the cooler. Oh, he's a little cold, I ain't gonna lie. All right. This is how you keep your fish fresh, by the way, guys. Everything I showed you. Okay. Toward the gill. Oh my God, so far it's like butter. Oh. I didn't see his little fin here. I'm gonna get behind his little fin. Oh, wow. Fillet knives are 100% worth it already. And once you get down to this part, poke it through. Keep that tip pointed down against that spine. Don't go all the way. And don't compare your filleting to mine because I was filleting even before I had a fillet knife, so. Dang, these trout got some meat on them, bro. It's either that or the fillet knife is making a huge difference. It could be both. Did you know that trout are part of the salmon family? So that's why it tastes so fucking good. Wow, that was butter, guys. This shit looks good, bro. Do a little line here. And against the skin. You notice how I'm cutting away from my hand? Uh-oh. Don't want that skin. I cut down the skin. So we're gonna get that skin going off. I'm gonna get this off. Quick little repair there. All right, keep saving it. I thought this was gonna be flawless. Bet you guys did too. Wow. Another repair here. I made a hole in the skin. Dang, I'm usually really good at this part. I wanted this thing to be flawless, dude. Oh God. Okay, got it back. Oh man. Oompa. All right, we're taking too long. Let's just fillet it, fuck it. I'm over here trying to get it perfect, but it's like, why? I'm missing all this good meat, guys. It's annoying. Get this fucking. I think I'm better at this angle, that's probably why. Yeah, that's the problem. These fillet knives are way sharper. So it just cuts through that fucking skin so much easier. Okay, let's bring it closer to this edge so the butt of the knife can stick over this, because now I know why people like bigger blades. I got a 4-inch blade. Okay, let's see. Some bullshit, guys. We'll just take care of that shit later, bro. I'm really upset with my skinning. This is all bad. Probably gonna lose so much meat because of this fucking gumpy ass knife. I ain't gonna lie, I got a little confident, guys. I didn't realize how sharp this thing was. So when I started going at the skin, I just had too much pressure. I didn't know that it would cut through the skin that easy. Okay. Come on, man. Get the damn thing off. Let's go. Okay. Got a little bit of skin here. Nothing wrong with a little skin, no? Alright. That's a nice solid fillet. Put that there. Now for the other side. We no longer need this. We're gonna just chop it. Toss it. Wish me luck on this side, guys, because that was quite gumpy. Behind the little fin. I ain't gonna lie, you guys. I really think that these are really clean fish. Not much gore involved. Alright, wish me luck here though. Part 2. I'm gonna bring it straight down here. Straight down. Guys, am I doing something wrong? Like, what do you think? Drop down in the comments. Or they just have really thin skin or something, bro. Bet you they just have really thin skin. Damn it. These were almost very solid fillets, but not. And the leaf blower is coming, guys. Fuck. This is some bullshit, bro. Damn it. Y'all could only imagine the anxiety right now, bro. Fuck it. That's good enough. Fuck, dude. Shit was annoying. So the goal is to not try to perfect fillet, like getting the skin off. Whenever you wash your fillets, make sure to do it with cold water. Usually I would pat these dry with paper towels, but looks like we don't have any. But yeah, solid. Off of a 0.6 pounder, that's solid. This was a fucking swamp donkey. This one was huge. Kind of smells a little. Freezer. Boom. Seal it tight. You know, the air out. It'll prepare it on almost every part of this adventure. Please disregard the shirt. I shouldn't have even brought it to your attention. But I forgot to do an outro for yesterday's vlog, so here it is. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you liked it, make sure to hit that like button, comment, share, and subscribe. Or not. I don't really care. It's your boy Big Matt. Bye. Have a wonderful time.
I be looking picture perfect, someone get me on the cam. Hey, manifesting, not finessing. Pull up to the bank and I count up all my blessings. Stacking up these bands, you would think I'm playing Tetris. If you listen to my lyrics, then you might just learn a lesson.